Coming up at 7, two East Texas police departments have signed on with an ICE program, but the decision isn't without controversy. Coming up, what this could mean for the community.
Plus, East Texas families are receiving some extra holiday cheer. Up next, the impact Berkshires and their donations are having on East Texas.
Trump rallies in Pennsylvania touting economic wins, blasting Democrats, and making headlines with some sharp remarks on immigration. The reaction is already heating up. We've got details just ahead.
We got a cold front coming through today with some much breezier conditions. We'll take a look at all the details and your full forecast coming up. So stay right there because Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus starts right now.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Bullard Police now joining ICE's 287G task force program, giving officers limited immigration authority under federal oversight. Chief Bragg says that they won't ask for documents unless required. Now, the vote followed residents' concerns at a city council meeting last night.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks so much for starting your morning with us here on CBS 19 Plus. It is chilly out there, kind of windy as you head out, so I think you're still going to need that jacket.
Hold on to your hat.
Yeah,
literally.
Exactly. That's the number one thing I could say about this forecast, especially into this afternoon. We got a cold front on the way. That'll bring in some breezier conditions and not much of a temperature difference. We'll still see some warmer temperatures and plenty of sunshine for today. But as you step outside this morning, clear skies for the most part. We got a few upper level clouds further to the north. We're looking north on Broadway on our Roberts Cam in Tyler, 51 degrees the current temperature. Southwest winds at 8 miles per hour, making for a feels like temperature still at 51 degrees. Still in the 30s in Nacogdoches and Crockett and also Carthage this morning. We also have 43 in Henderson and Longview and 49 degrees in Mineola and 45 degrees this morning in Athens. Those temperatures, they'll escape the 40s and make it to the 50s across much of the area and eventually the low to mid 60s for this afternoon with lots of sunshine here. 66 for the high today. Winds will eventually shift out of the north as that cold front comes through, bringing us a north breeze again, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, that'll continue into your day on Thursday. We'll still see those temperatures in the 60s, and then we make a run for the 70s as we make our way into Friday. And another big cold front is set to arrive this weekend. I'll show you how that impacts your forecast coming up.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. Another East Texas Police Department is joining a federal partnership with Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Bullard city leaders have now approved a measure that allows the Bullard Police Department to join ICE's 287G program under what's known as the task force model. Now, under this task force model, Bullard officers will have limited immigration authority as they carry out their regular policing duties, all with ICE oversight. Chief Jeff Bragg told council members that it's not department policy to ask for immigration documents in situations where that information isn't required. The vote came during last night's city council meeting following testimony from residents who raised concerns about how the program could impact the community.
I'm shaking because it drives me deep that we're considering, under pretty words, 287G equals let me profile you because of the color of your skin.
The 287G program includes 3 models: the task force model, the jail enforcement model, and the warrant service officer program. The latter 2 focus specifically on identifying, processing, and serving warrants on undocumented immigrants already in local custody. Bullard will participate only in the task force model.
Meanwhile, Cherokee County Commissioners also voted to enter the 287G program, which puts deputies under the task force model. This gives them limited immigration authority as they go about their normal policing duties, all with ICE oversight. Sheriff Brent Dixon emphasized that this isn't about launching immigration raids. Rather, he says it's simply another tool to crack down on criminal activity and help keep the community safe.
No students were hurt after a Tyler ISD school bus was involved in a crash. Fire officials say the wreck happened yesterday in the 10,000 block of Highway 271 North and involved Bus 9 and 2 other vehicles. According to district spokesperson Jennifer Hines, there were 36 middle and high school students on board at the time. Tyler Fire Marshal Joey Hooten says that the driver of one of the vehicles was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And we are waiting to learn more about a third person's condition who was injured in yesterday's deadly crash on Toll 49 in Smith County. Now, we first told you about this here on Morning Y'all. The crash happened near the east side of Highway 155. The Justice of the Peace told us that 2 women were killed, but their names have not been released. The cause of the crash is still under investigation.
Heads up this morning, if you live in Gilmer, police are asking people to bring their pets inside after someone reported what might have been a mountain lion in the area. That sighting was reported yesterday near Allen and Pecan. Police are asking residents to secure their animals and steer clear of any wildlife while they work with state officials on what to do if more sightings are reported. Now, because of that alert, Gilmer High canceled all outdoor activities yesterday. So far, the district hasn't said anything about plans for today's outdoor activities.
President Trump told a friendly Pennsylvania crowd his administration is crushing it on the economy in a speech aimed at touting his wins on the issue. But some residents of the state that he won in 2024 say they're feeling the squeeze from inflation.
Yeah, in his first rally-style speech in months, the president also veered off topic, lobbying attacks at his Democratic predecessors and even those in Congress. CBS's Jared Hill has more.
In a campaign-style rally,
I have no higher priority than making America affordable again.
President Trump touted economic wins to a crowd in battleground Pennsylvania and blamed Democrats for high prices nearly a year into his second term.
They gave you the highest inflation in history, and we're bringing those prices down rapidly, lower prices, bigger paychecks.
According to AAA, gas prices are down 6 cents compared to this time last year, but government data shows general energy costs are up 2.8%. And while overall inflation was falling, it drifted back up when Trump imposed sweeping tariffs. The White House has eased import taxes on some items like coffee and avocados, but shoppers at this supermarket in Northeast Pennsylvania say they're still feeling the pinch.
The economy is not good. I don't see promises being kept.
In a Politico interview, the president gave himself this grade on the economy.
A+.
A+.
Yeah, A++++++.
Top House Democrat Hakeem Jeffries disagrees.
Costs haven't gone down, costs are going up. The only question is whether the American people would give it a D for disaster or an F for failure.
Tuesday, President Trump veered from the economy to immigration, attacking Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, a U.S. citizen born in Somalia.
She's here illegally. She should get the hell out.
On social media, Omar called the comments bigoted lies. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Now, the focus on affordability has been a winning campaign issue for Democrats in recent local elections, from New York Mayor's-elect Zohran Mamdani to last night's projected Miami mayoral race winner, that is. All this comes less than a year from November's midterm elections.
7:10, time for your morning headlines. Kentucky State University has canceled classes, final exams, and campus activities for the rest of the week following yesterday's deadly shooting on campus. One person was killed and another is in critical condition. The suspect, 48-year-old Jacob Lee Bard from Indiana, was taken into custody at the scene. The shooting is still under investigation. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio were on Capitol Hill yesterday briefing top congressional leaders known as the Gang of Eight. Democratic lawmakers are pressing the Trump administration for more information about strikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean and to release unedited video from that controversial September 2nd strike that killed 2 survivors of the initial attack. President Trump said that he had no problem releasing the video, but has since reversed course and says it is up to Secretary Hegseth to determine when or if the video will be made public. A new face will be joining CBS News. The network named award-winning journalist Matt Gutman as chief correspondent. He comes to CBS from ABC News, where he also served as chief correspondent. He'll report for CBS Mornings and CBS Evening News, lead 48 Hours, contribute to 60 Minutes, and fill in as anchor. Matt Gutman will be based in Los Angeles and start on January 5th. And it might be a good day to buy a lotto ticket because tonight's Powerball jackpot has grown to an estimated $930 million. That's after there were no jackpot winners in Monday night's drawing. Somebody in Florida did win $1 million, though. Not too bad. The cash option for the $930 million jackpot, that is roughly $429 million.
You can only win if you play. All right, with the holidays closing in, help is arriving for East Texas families struggling to put food on the table. Berkshire's grocery company and Hormel are once again stepping up, marking 15 years of working together.
We're going to push this out through our 26 counties, which Berkshire serves directly, most of those as well. And so we'll make all this food available to the partners and have that for people to have during the holidays.
Hormel is donating 4,000 hams worth about $100,000, and Berkshire's is providing another $65,000 in fresh produce. The East Texas Food Bank says this kind of support is critical, especially during the holidays when demand is high.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge donation for us today. I mean, a truck and a half full of produce, and then the Hormel hams about coming in today during the holiday season. We're coming out of the government shutdown, so there's already a high food insecurity.
It feels pretty good to be able to do that, working with great vendors that we have. So we're special time of the year, and we're thankful for the East Texas Food Bank. They do a fantastic job.
The food will be distributed to food pantries across East Texas in the coming days. And Jacksonville Police is getting a big boost. The Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association just donated $42,000 to the department. That money will help buy new red dot pistols and expand firearm training. The group raised it through the raffles in their annual Flamin' J Barbecue Fest. And the chief says he's grateful for the community's support. 7:14 now. With Christmas coming up fast, 14 days away, traditional depictions of Santa Claus have not always been inclusive, but a Black Santa movement is changing that.
As Madison Wilbur reports, there's a demand for representation.
Tingle all the way, all around me.
This is the Willis household, and here, Christmas is a big deal.
We decorate for every holiday.
So is making sure everyone in the family sees themselves in the decorations.
If there's this single representation of Santa, then the kids that are not represented in that fashion, in that light, they will wonder, okay, am I being left out, or what is the situation? Like, why am I not feeling associated with the Santa Claus I'm seeing?
According to the National Santa website, Santas of color make up less than 5% of mall Santas across the country. Stafford Braxton started Santas Just Like Me to help bring more representation to the tree.
When I was growing up, you might see a black character in the background in some of the Christmas movies. Like one of my favorite movies is It's a Wonderful Life. And the housekeeper, the cook, was a black woman. And she had a line or two, which was great, but that was pretty much it. So you did not really see people of color represented during Christmas. Santa can be in all colors, shapes, sizes. He doesn't fit the one mold like we were taught growing up.
Terry Scott is a local Santa in Fresno. You might have seen him at some events across town.
You know, you have other people who want to criticize it, but you cannot criticize love. I never thought that it would go far, but it's just so many races. You name it, just walk up to me, hey, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you? More, yes.
And as I was talking to Scott, the next thing we heard was, quote, I have been looking for a dark-skinned Santa.
It's finally time that we actually show spirit to not only one person or one side, but to everybody, every race and every color. Being a dark-skinned Santa, you can represent, you know, anything. Black Santa, Puerto Rican Santa, you could do it all. So it's really important to me, especially to my daughter. It's that deep because for a little kid, they want to see someone that looks like them and they want to feel connected.
Alrighty, it's time to get to our question of the day. Here it is for you. The holidays are here, many families, that means cozying up, you know, with classic Christmas movies, from funny movies to heartwarming ones. Some films have become holiday traditions in households everywhere. So we want to know what makes it special for you, that one Christmas movie that must be watched every year, no matter what.
Polar Express.
Elf.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Polar Express for me. I love Elf.
I love
Polar
Elf.
Express, something about it, I don't know.
I like it.
It came later in life, so obviously for me it was one for my kids. It's Home Alone.
That one's good too.
Absolutely. I watched that over the weekend.
My favorite is Lost in New York, but I also like the first one as well.
I like the original one. You can't go wrong with an original movie of anything.
I watched it was it a week ago? I don't know. I watched it recently and I loved it.
It's funny.
I watched Elf for the first time 2 years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
It's so good.
I grew up with Elf. It was so funny. We just laughed so hard at that.
Okay, people are talking over on Facebook this morning, sharing their favorite movies. Michelle says it's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
That will also make you laugh. Lori's going with that as well. April says White Christmas. She watches it every year.
I was in that play.
Oh, were you?
I was in high school, yep.
It's got surprises every day.
I love White Christmas. I have not seen it in forever, but I love it. And one more, Tiffany says, It's a Wonderful Life. It brings me tears.
I've not seen that one yet.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No.
Well, I don't know if we'll get a White Christmas anytime here. That's still far out, but I sure would love one.
Yeah, we would definitely love one for sure, but yeah, it's looking kind of unlikely. We'll probably get a green Christmas, unfortunately. The heat miser is very happy about that. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at traffic this morning. Hey, things are not looking too bad. Again, we're just kind of watching for a couple of foggy spots for this morning, but otherwise we're doing okay. We got 2 hours over to Dallas, an hour and 30 minutes over to Shreveport. Maybe leave with a little bit of extra time, especially if you're heading towards Shreveport. But other than that, you're going to be okay. 2.5 hours up to Denison, also an hour and 30 minutes to Lufkin. Again, if you're heading southbound towards Lufkin, you'll probably want a little bit of extra time as well. We still have some foggy spots reported, especially across deep East Texas as well. 55 minutes from Jacksonville to Nacogdoches, also 40 minutes from Tyler to Longview. Also Tyler to Palestine is 55 minutes and 45 minutes from Tyler to Athens this morning. Again, CBS19 live radar is nice and clear, but the fog is really relentless out there, especially in some of our eastern counties and southern counties. 2 miles of visibility, also 3/4 mile visibilities in Carthage, so definitely want to make sure you take it easy this morning. Yellow lights for the fog this morning. Should be nice and clear for this afternoon, though. A couple of clouds, temperatures in the 60s.
Thank you, Joel. Well, Christmas and holiday cards bring some cheer to mailboxes.
Yeah, that cheer is something to think about when budgeting this season as well. Allison and Gormley explains how much cards can actually cost you this year.
It's almost that time of year to send out your family's holiday card. But should you send a frame-shaped card where you slide a print inside or order custom cards? Let's compare what it costs if you're sending out 100 cards. Cards with the frame cut out and good reviews cost $34. Add 100 photo prints from a drugstore with a discount, around $25. And don't forget 100 stamps at $78. That brings your total to about $137 or $1.37 per card. Custom card costs largely depend on the detail. For example, changing the edges of the card or printing envelope addresses can add up quickly. To compare, we selected a square cardstock option and added any obvious discounts. Walmart's best price, $108, Vistaprint, $85, and Shutterfly, about $145. If you select the option for $85 and add the $78 for stamps, your total is around $163 or $1.63 a card. Whichever route you choose, a little planning and a few discounts can keep your holiday card budget merry and bright.
It's time for CBS19 Sports.
Morning, y'all. Dan Millay with your sports here. Appreciate you joining us. Tyler Legacy girls basketball has gotten off to a great start this season at 10-4. But the last time we saw their opponent last night, they were celebrating their second straight state title. That's right. The Martins Mill Mustangs were in town. So let's see how the Lady Raiders held up against the champs. We joined things late in the fourth quarter at Tyler Legacy's varsity gym. Home team up 44-25. Cara Nixon lets it fly for the Mustangs, but the 3 misses left. Mill grabs the rebound, but the putback attempt is swatted away by Zarea Caesar. Putting the finishing touches on this W, Grace Mills gets inside and it's Jamison High for the layup as Tyler Legacy downs Martins Mill 46-25, and the Lady Raiders improve to 11-4 on the season. Once that wrapped up, the boys took the floor. Raiders hosting the Hudson Hornets last night. Let's talk about number 4, KJ Cyrus. Kid was getting buckets early off the out-of-bounds fake, fakes the handoff, and then he goes for the easy dunk along the baseline transition. Now Cyrus, with just one man to beat, hits the spin move and gets the layup to fall. Some nice ball movement on the other side here from Hudson as Seth Duguid gets inside for 2. He had a big first half last night for the Hornets. Raiders on the run again here. Cyrus trailing, gets the feed from Brian Terori and finishes and one. Legacy leading 7-5 after a low-scoring first quarter into the second. Now Cyrus looking inside. He's got the senior Darian Hallman, who finishes up and over the defender. Here goes Duguid on the other end again, though. A little ball fake against Bryson Sanders, and then gets that short jumper to fall. Bryson on the offensive side this time swings it to Joey Field, and check out this sweet finish from Field, going straight into the defense, moving in midair to get the layup to drop. Hudson not backing down, though, and it's, you guessed it, Duguid lining up the 3 and draining it from the right wing. The senior almost single-handedly keeping the Hornets in it. But let's finish the way we started here with another KJ Cyrus highlight. Pump fake along the baseline, gets the defender in the air. Then Cyrus gets the hoop plus the harm as the Raiders win it 46-41. Then across town, it was Tyler High boys welcoming Marshall into the Rose City. Some early fireworks provided by the Lions and Keelan Bircher as the point guard hits the pull-up tray ball. Smooth with it, young man. Lions moving the ball here. It'll end up in the corner with Keelan Johnson, who nails the 3 over the outstretched arm of the defender. Marshall coming away with the steal this time, though. It's Jaden Turner fighting for the bucket inside, just powering through some physical play to get the layup to go. Thought he might have been fouled there, but no whistle. Turner makes the play on defense here, coming away with the steal, and then slinging the ball ahead to Cordarius Hicks, who converts over a leaping Jamichael Cook. More defense into offense for the Mavericks. Turner sinks the 3 to cap off a little mini run for Marshall. Lions back on the attack. Raquel Ford airballs a corner 3, but how about the senior Jason Grayson going to war on the offensive glass, fighting off the Mavericks to get that to go for 2. Later on, Bircher will steal it away from Zy Willie, and he gets it out to Caleb Black, who converts the wide open transition layup. Tyler High down 19-16 at the end of the first quarter, but they came back to win it 67-60. All right, looking back at all the final scores from last night, Tyler Legacy girls down Martins Mill 46-25, improving to 11-4 before heading to Rockwall Heath on Friday night. Tyler High girls take care of Marshall 43-29 to push their record to 9-8 before traveling to Mount Pleasant on Friday. Raiders boys move to 10-6 with a 46-41 win over Hudson. They'll host Mount Pleasant on Friday, and the Lions boys beat Marshall 67-60 to improve to 6-2. And well, while we're all getting amped up for football state semifinals at the end of this week, we were reminded yesterday that next year's school classifications and districts could look a little different with the 2026 UIL realignment on the way. The organization released its latest official enrollment figures yesterday, giving the latest totals for a number of students at each school across the state. UIL will release the cutoff numbers and the whole new alignment later on in February. But that's all the time we have for sports. Morning, y'all. Back to y'all.
Thanks, Dan. We're about to step away for a quick moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a quick news update.
We'll be right back here with more on CBS 19 Plus. Don't go anywhere. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for being with us for this news update. Another East Texas Police Department is joining a federal partnership with Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Bullard City leaders have now approved a measure that allows the Bullard Police Department to join ICE's 287G program under what's known as the task force model. Now, under the task force model, Bullard officers will have limited immigration authority as they carry out their regular policing duties, all with ICE oversight. Chief Jeff Bragg told council members that it's not department policy to ask for immigration documents in situations where that information isn't required. The vote came during last night's city council meeting following testimony from residents who raised concerns about how the program could impact the community.
I'm shaking because it drives me deep that we're considering, under pretty words, 287G equals let me profile you because of the color of your skin.
The 287G program includes 3 models: the task force model, the jail enforcement model, and the warrant service officer program. The latter 2 focus specifically on identifying, processing, and serving warrants on undocumented immigrants already in local custody. Bullard will participate only in the task force model.
Meanwhile, Cherokee County commissioners also voted to enter the 287G program, which puts deputies under the task force model. This gives them limited immigration authority as they go about their normal policing duties, all with ICE oversight. Sheriff Brent Dixon emphasized this isn't about launching immigration raids. Rather, he says it's simply another tool to crack down on criminal activity and help keep the community safe. It's up this morning. If you live in Gilmer, police are asking people to bring their pets inside after someone reported what might have been a mountain lion in the area. That sighting was reported yesterday near Allen and Pecan. Police are asking residents to secure their animals and steer clear of any wildlife while they work with state officials on what to do if more sightings are reported. Now, because of the alert, Gilmer canceled all outdoor activities yesterday. So far, the district hasn't said anything about plans for outdoor activities today.
Gonna need to dress in layers today. Joel?
Absolutely, especially in this, for the first half of today, for this morning, definitely gonna need to bundle up out there. But for this afternoon, maybe switch that out for a lighter jacket. We got temperatures in the low to mid 60s with lots of sunshine. Also, a very breezy northeast wind at about 15 to 20 miles per hour, potentially gusting between 25 and 30 miles per hour. This is due to a cold front that will be making its way through for this afternoon. Not going to be noticing too much of a temperature difference, but more so a wind difference behind this cold front. I guess, again, we're going to be seeing temperatures, or I should say wind speeds, between 25 and 30 miles per hour. That's going to be the gusts, but the wind speeds by themselves between 15 and 20 miles per hour. They'll eventually calm down for this evening, then pick back up once again by the time we get to Thursday. Still lots of sunshine here. Temperatures starting out in the upper 30s to low 40s for Thursday. Temperatures in the afternoon making it to the middle 60s once again. 70s by the time we get to Friday. Another chance of rain ahead of another stronger cold front on Saturday, bringing our temperatures down into the 50s for the first half of next week.
7:33 this morning. Welcome back to Morning Y'all here on CBS 19 Plus.
This is what's coming up in our second half hour. An East Texas nonprofit just trying to spread some holiday joy is targeted by thieves. But they're not letting that unexpected twist spoil the Christmas celebration. The full story coming up.
Plus, a winter blast hits the upper Midwest. Snow piling up in Wisconsin and Minnesota, creating icy roads and keeping plows busy. Up next, how neighbors are pitching in to help.
And luckily no snow here in East Texas, but we got some breezy conditions behind a cold front, which will be coming through for this afternoon. I got the full forecast details coming up later this half hour.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
7:33 this morning. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus.
Well, some freezing temperatures are forecasted across much of the northern U.S. for today.
Now, some parts of the country are already dealing with that winter weather. CBS's Jared Hill has more.
Overnight, a whiteout in Wisconsin as heavy snow led to a winter weather advisory in parts of the state. Plow trucks were out in Minnesota, with the upper Midwest bracing for more snow early in the season.
This time of the year is a lot different for drivers because they're learning how to drive in the snow again.
Snow removal is a very hard business.
In St. Paul, the earlier bout of winter weather is creating steady work for Ryan Warner's company.
Everyone's signing contracts, they want to be covered.
But it's not all about making money. There are also neighbors helping neighbors. A member of the St. Louis City Snow Angels volunteer group was out clearing the sidewalk for one of their own, inside after ankle surgery.
It's a 2-to-1 ratio of people who need help versus those who can help. And not everyone can help out for every storm.
For this Minnesota business, the chilly temperatures are a cold comfort, with snowmobile sales seeing a boom after a lengthy lull.
It's been really tough, honestly, not having snow for 2 years and actually one of those not having ice.
In the Pacific Northwest, a powerful storm system dubbed an atmospheric river dumped inches of heavy rain, leading to high water and causing this waterfall to swell, flooding roads around Snohomish County in Washington state.
I don't think people are taking it very serious. I mean, this whole valley you can't even get to now. So if anybody has an emergency out there, they have to get a boat.
As levels are expected to continue to rise, prompting local officials to declare a state of emergency. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Well, parts of Pennsylvania are also expecting a wintry mix today, and in Minnesota, at least one person is dead as a result of this winter weather. Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport police say a 47-year-old man was struck by a snowplow in the parking lot of that facility last night.
Back here in East Texas, Mount Pleasant ISD is mourning the loss of a 7th grade student, described as a bright and joyful presence on campus. School leaders say 13-year-old Ava Hagman passed away on Sunday. In her obituary, her family and loved ones described her as having a tender heart and a deep love for being outdoors. A celebration of life will be held tomorrow at 2 p.m. at First Baptist Church in Mount Pleasant. The family is asking that donations be made to a fund at Pilgrim's Bank to help renew Delwood Park and build a community pool in her honor. An East Texas man is now in jail after authorities say he showed up to a meeting to what he thought was a child for a sexual encounter. Henderson County deputies say 33-year-old Oscar Campos had been communicating online with someone he believed was a minor, but that child was actually an undercover investigator. Campos arrived at a business in Athens and then tried to run when he saw law enforcement, but was quickly arrested. He's facing charges of online solicitation of a minor and evading arrest, with more possible charges as the investigation continues.
Well, a Longview nonprofit getting ready to spread some holiday cheer was met with an unexpected Scrooge. The Texas Special Children's Project has spent the last 24 years working with children and adults with disabilities by helping enrich their lives with holiday parties, field trips, and even Christmas presents. But they've always had their offices seasonally decorated for everyone. But when they showed up to work this week, they found that 5 of their inflatable decorations had been stolen.
It's a shame that people do this, because young people that come by, the kids that stop up here, they enjoy it. They like to stop out there and get their pictures made with the stuff. And it's just taking some of the joy away from Christmas when you walk out there and your decorations are gone. But we're not going to let it stop us, surely not. We'll be putting decorations back out on the lawn.
Well, that was Executive Director Dan Hanshaw. He says he hopes that thieves have a change of heart, that is, and return the decorations.
Well, if you have a child or a teen in your family, how do you feel about them using social media? Some school administrators think the habit is harmful enough to ban phones during class hours.
Yeah, Australia is taking those restrictions to a whole new level today, banning kids under a certain age from using social media. Amy Kiley shares what experts say American parents can learn from that country.
We do know that kids need limits.
Today, Australia is banning children under 16 from using social media. The new law is the first of its kind in the world.
We're all addicted to these things.
It applies to Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Kick, Reddit, Twitch, and X. The tech industry disagrees that the ban makes kids safer, but the companies say they will implement it with age verification technology. Critics argue the law hurts democracy and free speech.
Taking away how we communicate to the world, this is how we do it. It's the modern day, it's social media.
For U.S. parents, some experts see it as an opportunity. They say talking to kids about social media is important and say the ban could be a conversation starter.
It's about helping teenagers find self-regulation, find balance, use social media appropriately.
Experts say parents should remember social media has both pros and cons. For some young people, it's an important way to feel connected. But
we know that excessive use of social media can be very bad for your mental health. And we know that people that are at risk for anxiety and depression, that social media can contribute to this.
Some critics of social media companies say the ban should be a wake-up call.
The inability in our country to regulate and do something about it has led other countries to say, you know, these are mostly American, U.S. companies. That's enough of this.
For CBS 19, I'm Amy Kiley.
Well, Christmas is coming early for some kids in Smith County through Tyler Patrolman's Blue Santa program. Law enforcement traded in their patrol cars for some shopping carts instead. They paired up with more than 130 kids in need for a holiday shopping spree at Walmart on Troop Highway. Each child got a $100 gift card to buy whatever they wanted. A night everyone says helped spread some joy while connecting the community. Constable Josh Joplin adds that it's all about building trust and the impact goes far beyond the toys.
Law enforcement always has to, be the bad guy, and this is an opportunity for us to be that good guy. And it's an opportunity for us to be able to come out here and serve these kids and give them what they need and make sure that they have what they need under that tree and to be able to have a great Christmas.
It does help build our relationship with the community because, again, they're not seeing us on their worst day potentially. They're seeing us, giving back, and it's a good day for them.
The program is made possible by community donations. Organizers say they hope this experience sticks with the kids long after those Christmas presents are open. All right, 7:41 now. We have an update on GameStop's Trade Anything Day event. GameStop's first ever Trade Anything Day was over the weekend, and it was a huge hit with over 80,000 trade-ins and some pretty unusual items. Customers, get this, could trade anything for only a $5 store credit, as long as it fit by a 20-inch cube that wasn't on a banned list. Strange things included a taxidermy bobcat.
Saw that.
Yeah, a tiny Jesus figurine, Air Jordans, a speed limit sign, and even a full creepy doll collection. I don't know if you'd trade all that in for just $5. Some customers also donated canned food to local food banks and pet shelters. GameStop says the promotion was a fun and clear way to clear all that clutter and give back while letting shoppers snag some stored goodies.
It was only $5, and I guess they wanted to get rid of some things.
I guess so.
I'm glad it worked out.
At least you got $5 out of it.
Can you buy much with $5 at GameStop?
Not really. I mean, a lot of games. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're buying, but I don't really know of too many things that are like $5.
Every little bit.
Used games,
used
maybe?
games. Yeah, I guess used games.
Do they have like a little?
Maybe
some figurines or little memorabilia you can buy?
Sure, maybe, I don't know, maybe some old amiibos if you've ever heard of those.
Yeah.
Those go on top of your Switch and whatever.
Right.
You can get some stuff, but yeah,
$5
a lot of stuff is just expensive.
$5 is $5.
That's right. Every little bit helps. All right, teachers aren't the only ones annoyed by the 6-7 craze. What is this? Apparently someone high up enough to make a difference at In-N-Out Burger decided to take a stand. It's been confirmed when the fast food chain calls out order numbers. 6-7 is no longer among them. An employee says that change was actually made about a month ago. 6-7 is a nonsensical phrase many children love to repeat. Some experts who assumed it would be gone by now are surprised it's still around. Meanwhile, a few competitors are trying to capitalize on it. Wendy's has added a 67-cent Frosty deal, and Pizza Hut now has 67-cent wings.
I don't know about the Pizza Hut one.
I'm never going to look at 67 the same way.
Right?
No, and I've seen these videos from In-N-Out too. Customers will hang out at the restaurant all day, just waiting with their phones out just to hear that number ordered.
Yeah,
and after a while, they
6,
caught on. We're like, they're skipping the number. They skipped the number. Well, of course they confirmed it now.
On their hands. I've been fortunate enough. My teens have not
done it.
Picked up on this one. Maybe it's like just a little bit younger.
It is.
Maybe.
All these parades, it was filled with all of that. These Christmas parades. All right.
Gosh.
Crocs is teaming up with SpongeBob SquarePants again, releasing limited edition shoes featuring SpongeBob, Patrick, and this time Squidward. Fans were disappointed last year when Squidward was missing, and the Crocs, well, they listened. The drop ties in with upcoming SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, hitting theaters December 19th, but the shoes go on sale tomorrow, and fans can join that wait list to snag a pair. I would love the SpongeBob ones.
Yeah?
My goodness.
And all those characters are great, but SpongeBob's classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow, I think, could go with anything. It's a good Croc color that can go with anything.
I feel like Crocs are just Crocs, so this is perfect collab.
I don't know how I feel about Squidward's nose on that Croc.
Yeah, those are interesting.
I don't know. You could.
I'm just looking at it just now.
For sure, and it would be funny if like the Crocs made the noise that
SpongeBob
makes, or Squidward makes, especially Squidward.
Well, especially if it was the little kid shoes. You know where they used to make those little kid shoes that would like light up as they walk?
Oh, yeah.
You
I had those, yeah.
Yeah, I love
those. Or the little roller skate ones.
Yeah, you just want to, I would always want to hear where your kids are. Remember, because kids in the stores, they like to disappear. I'd be like, hold mommy's hand.
I was not. I would always be next to my parents, being too afraid I got scared.
Okay, that's good. Well,
I never once got lost, thankfully.
Some kids lost in the clothes at Target or whatever.
Right. Playing video games and whatnot.
All right, well, it is a cold morning out there as you get ready to head out this morning, but I guess the afternoon's gonna be pretty nice.
Yeah, the afternoon shouldn't be too bad, but right now, I mean, it's chilly, but also really, really foggy. We gotta take a look at these visibilities. They are hazardous in some locations. We're down to 0 miles of visibility at times in some parts of the area. Right now, we're down to a quarter mile visibilities in Carthage, down to 1.5 in Palestine, and also 3 3/4 mile visibilities in Nacogdoches, and a quarter mile visibility in Crockett. So the fog kind of still lingering here in the area. The winds are just light enough to where we're starting to see a little bit more in the way of fog. So folks definitely want to make sure you are being careful, especially in our easternmost counties and parts of deep East Texas as well. And thankfully the situation here in Tyler is not too bad. Just a few upper level clouds hanging around here on our Roberts Cam looking north on Broadway. Temperatures right now 51 degrees, dew point 47 degrees, which means we're really close to that saturation point. That's where the foggy spots are really coming into play this morning. Southwest winds 8 miles per hour, basically kind of blowing the fog chances away, at least in Tyler. We're down to 37 right now in Nacogdoches, still some upper 30s in Crockett and Carthage, and 51 degrees again in Tyler, 49 in Mineola, and 45 degrees the current temperature in Gilmer. Those temperatures, they'll be on their way up into the low to mid 60s, well above average for this time of year. Lots of sunshine and a few of those upper level clouds continuing to stick around. We'll be in the middle to upper 60s for this afternoon. Winds eventually turning out of the north at 10 to 15 miles per hour behind a cold front. And we're going to be in for a pretty breezy day. Temperatures, they'll make their way into the low to mid 70s for Friday, with a bigger change coming up this week. And I'll show you what it looks like in your full 7-day forecast coming up.
This holiday season, CBS19 and the Children's Miracle Network are coming together for a cause that's close to our hearts.
It's time for Merry Miracles.
Help us bring joy to children in the hospital by purchasing a teddy bear or make a donation to help fund life-saving pediatric equipment and services. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit merry-miracles.com. Spread holiday cheer with CBS19 and the Children's Miracle Network. Together, we can make merry miracles happen.
Welcome back. This week, our Merry Miracle takes us to the NICU at Christus Mother Frances Hospital. That's where the tiniest, most fragile babies begin their lives. This year, there will be moms and dads sitting by the bedside or isolate, praying and waiting for their newborn to come home for the holidays. And that's why we're teaming up with the Children's Miracle Network to make that hospital stay a little more merry and bearable this season. I talked with a first-time mom who knows firsthand how valuable the donations to CMN are, and to those parents who can't hold and take their babies home from the hospital after they're born.
Well, everything was going pretty smoothly.
Until it wasn't. 1 minute, Sage Souls was at her 3rd trimester doctor's appointment, and the next,
you need to go to the hospital. So my blood pressure skyrocketed.
Sage was diagnosed with preeclampsia. At 28 weeks and 5 days, Sage underwent an emergency C-section, giving birth prematurely to little Leighton, a miracle baby who weighed less than 2 pounds back then, but is a healthy and handsome almost 2-year-old now.
Very early, very scary. We already knew that he had intrauterine growth restriction, so he was smaller than expected. So teeny tiny, like you could hold him just like this. It was like his head is right here, and then his little feet and legs kind of stick off this way. Tiny.
Back then, Leighton, like a lot of micro-preemies, needed help breathing. Seeing all of the medical equipment on him and machines monitoring him in the neonatal intensive care unit at Christus Mother Frances Hospital was both overwhelming and comforting, all at the same time.
It had a little hat and the hose where the mask starts like from their nose and goes up over their head. So he's already teeny tiny. And I was just like, wow. When I remember being wheeled in there, it was blue because they have the little blue light over them in case he's got jaundice.
One of the hardest parts, not being able to hold her baby for a week.
I just remember finally being able to open the little doors on the bed and just put my hands through and hold him that way.
And not being able to take Leighton home or be with him 24/7 proved especially tough. But she found the NIC views soothing to her mommy soul.
The NIC view cameras to me were honestly like a hug, a sigh of relief. It was nice to be able to just wake up. If I'm waking up gasping like, is he okay? I just log into the camera and I'm like, oh, he's fine. I can see him. He's right there.
Those NICView cameras and other specialized equipment in the NICU are funded through generous donations to the Children's Miracle Network to help support the tiniest East Texans, like Leighton and his parents. You never know the joy a camera can bring until you find yourself in that situation.
I logged on to the NICView camera and I saw he doesn't have the mask on. He's on regular oxygen. I was like, whoa, it's time to celebrate, because I never felt like I could really see him the way that I would like to, because the mask is huge, but to me, like the first kind of hurdle we got over, and something that was very satisfying to see and rewarding. Like, look, he's making progress. This won't last forever.
But it did last 99 days before Leighton graduated from the NICU and headed home.
He is definitely a miracle. He's one of a kind. He's got lots of personality.
Today, Leighton loves to play hoops, drive his go-kart, and spread endless joy. What a merry miracle.
Oh, sweet little Leighton. He is a merry miracle. Remember that you can be one too. A merry miracle for a child spending the holidays in the hospital. Just scan that QR code or visit merry-miracles.com to donate. Every dollar stays right here in East Texas to help local kids and their families, just like Sage and Leighton. All right, it's time for our question of the day. It is, what Christmas movie must be watched every year, no matter what, in your household?
I can't believe I didn't think of this one before, but A Christmas Story.
Yes,
oh, yes. Of course.
It goes for like 24 hours, right? At some point?
On some stations, yeah.
For sure. The other one my
I could miss
sisters
it.
love is The Grinch, hands down.
I love The Grinch.
Sounds good.
Grinch Christmas.
All the versions. I like the cartoon version better though.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the one with Jim Carrey. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Joel's gonna be a great
Joel
Grinch,
version.
And the
right?
Joel version is pretty.
Let's see if people on Facebook are saying, "Oh, Anita saying a Charlie Brown Christmas."
Oh,
the nostalgic on that one.
Love the music. Oh, so
Elizabeth saying a Christmas Carol. Faith
used to
saying a
love A
Wonderful
Christmas-
Life.
Do you remember Miracle on 34th Street? I like the new one and the old one. So good.
I haven't
never
seen
did
that
see
one
that
either.
I gotta get y'all up on your Christmas shows.
We got a lot to catch up on, man.
We got to fix that.
We do. All right, something we need to fix is this weather because
I could.
it's a roller coaster.
You're never
It's supposed to be cold in winter.
Just let that one go. You're
Let it
never gonna
be.
fix that one.
No.
I can't even fix it, and a lot of people think I control it, but
He's just the messenger.
I promise, I'm just the messenger. So, but yeah, it's going to be a pretty breezy one into this afternoon. Also, pretty sunny and warmer than average. That is the biggest thing that we're going to be watching for into this afternoon. Here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast into the rest of this morning. We'll see temperatures inch their way into the low to mid 60s. Lots of sunshine holding on. We'll have a little bit of upper level clouds. We're already kind of starting to see that for this morning. That'll kind of filter the sun just a little bit, but all in all, just a very beautiful day and a very breezy day. We'll see winds eventually turn out of the north. Right now, they're out of the south. Again, we'll see those winds eventually turn out of the north as a cold front makes its way through. We won't see much of a difference when it comes to the temperatures when it comes to the cold front, but certainly a difference in the wind, with winds out of the north at about 15 to 20 miles per hour and eventually gusting up to 25 to 30 miles per hour behind the cold front. Here it is. Once that cold front comes through by the early parts of this afternoon, we'll see wind gusts between 25 and 30 miles per hour. Then it'll start to calm down into the later half of today and also pick up once again for tomorrow before winds eventually shift out of the south for Friday. That's where those temperatures really will start to increase. But for temperatures into this afternoon, we'll see temperatures in the low to mid 60s, and we'll see those temperatures drop down into the upper 30s to low 40s as a result of the cold front. That's about the biggest temperature difference that we're going to be really seeing when it comes to this cold front. Low to mid 60s for Thursday as well. Winds eventually turn out of the south. We'll start off a little bit warmer for your Friday. Temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s this time. And then we got some 70s on the board for Friday afternoon. Lots of sunshine, and our next chance of rain will be for this weekend. A lot of the rain expected to be well south of I-20, at least the most of it. All of us will at least have a chance for it. It'll be isolated in nature, temperatures in the upper 60s, and then this is ahead of another cold front that'll be a little bit stronger. We'll see temperatures fall to the middle 50s.
Thank you, Joel. We're about to step away for just a moment. We're going to break into our over-the-air broadcast with a news update for you.
That's right. We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, y'all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for joining us for this news update. Mount Pleasant ISD is mourning the loss of a 7th grade student described as a bright and joyful presence on campus. School leaders say 13-year-old Ava Hagman passed away on Sunday. In her obituary, her family and loved ones described her as having a tender heart and a deep love for being outdoors. A celebration of life will be held tomorrow at 2 at First Baptist Church in Mount Pleasant. The family's asking that donations be made to a fund at Pilgrims Bank to help renew Delwood Park and also to build a community pool in her honor.
An East Texas school district will be closed today and tomorrow because so many of their students have gotten sick. Wells ISD says those campuses are to be closed in the meantime so they can clean out the classrooms, common areas, and high-touch surfaces, and this can be sanitized. Superintendent Friday Wright said that classes will resume back on Friday, and adds that the closure is in the best interest of students and staff to protect everyone's health.
Roberts & Roberts law firm is once again offering free holiday rides across 14 East Texas counties now through January 1st. The program partners with Go Bus and Yellow Checker Cab, making it easy for people to get home safely. Now, to request a ride, call 903-333-RIDE. The law firm says the goal is to prevent holiday drunk driving and help people celebrate responsibly. They say it's a tradition that helps keep East Texas roads safer every year. We have the list of counties that are being serviced on our website, CBS19.tv. Well, the city of Lufkin is serving up a refreshing opportunity for history buffs and Dr. Pepper fans with some good taste.
That's right. They're now taking sealed bids to buy and restore the old downtown jailhouse after crews found a decades-old Dr. Pepper mural hiding underneath all those layers of paint. The 1,300 square foot building comes with one big condition: the west facade. To restore it and its sharp-looking mural must be preserved. The buyer also has to make the place livable with no flat renovations allowed. Bids are due December 22nd and proposals are locked in for 60 days. City leaders say they can't afford to preserve the mural because the supporting brick wall needs major repairs. The mural likely dates back to the 1920s or even 30s, so if you ever wanted to own a jailhouse and some real character, this might be your chance. All right, let's get a check on that forecast now with Joel. It's pretty popping and fizzing like the Dr. Peppers.
Absolutely. I might need to make an appointment with Dr. Pepper later today. All right, let's take a look at your forecast. We got some clear skies all the way through today. We'll see temperatures eventually go above average. We'll be in the middle 60s for this afternoon. We got a cold front coming through, which won't really cause too much of a difference in our temperatures, but instead we'll see a little bit of a difference when it comes to the winds. They'll be out of the north for today, 15 to 20 miles per hour, and perhaps gusting between 25 and 30 miles per hour behind the front. We'll see all that start to decrease into this evening and start to pick up once again as we head into Friday, or I should say Thursday, and then taper off by Friday. We'll be in the low to mid 70s with our next chance of rain on Saturday ahead of another cold front, which will drop our temperatures to the 50s.
.801 this morning. News before you head out the door this morning. Bullard police are joining ICE's 287G program under the task force model. Now, the move gives officers limited immigration authority during their regular duties, all under ICE oversight. City leaders approved the measure after residents voiced concerns, and Chief Jeff Bragg stressed that the department won't ask for immigration documents unless required. Bullard will only participate in the task force model, not the other 287G programs.
An East Texas man is behind bars after authorities say he tried to meet a minor for a sexual encounter, but the child was actually an undercover officer. 33-year-old Oscar Campos was arrested in Athens after attempting to flee and now faces charges, including online solicitation of a minor and evading arrest, with more possible charges coming as this investigation continues. All right, don't forget your jacket and definitely be careful if you have to drive in East Texas with that fog out there.
Absolutely. That's going to eventually burn off by around 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, so that's some good news there. The winds, they'll start to pick up for this afternoon. We got a cold front coming through, which again won't cause too much of a difference when it comes to our temperatures, at least for this afternoon. But for the start of Thursday, we'll drop down into the upper 30s to low 40s, 66 degrees for today, a few upper level clouds, and eventually clearing out for Thursday with lots of sunshine. And we'll see the winds eventually turn back from the south. That's going to bring in some much warmer air. We'll see temperatures in the low to mid 70s all the way through Saturday. We'll see a little bit of a decrease in those temperatures as some rain starts to move in. That's going to be ahead of another cold front. This one expected to be a little bit stronger. We'll drop down into the 50s for Sunday and Monday with our next chance of rain ahead of, you guessed it, another cold front comes through on Tuesday, but we'll luckily be on our way back up, potentially near 70 for the second half of next week. Quite a roller coaster.
Oh, I love to see it. All right, check this out. Meet Ozzy, the dog who is now officially a Guinness World Record holder for what, you might ask?
Oh,
just look at him.
Ozzy has the longest tongue of a living dog, measuring a whopping 7.8 inches. And his owner says that giant tongue usually hangs out the side of his mouth, but funny enough, he's not much of a licker. He prefers nose rubs instead.
Oh, thank goodness for
my
that.
goodness.
I'm trying to figure out how he eats.
That's what I was going to say. How does he
And
drink
drinks
water?
the water.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? You know the dog from Coco? Dante?
Yes.
Got the
Yes.
really long tongue.
Sticking
That's
from
what
the
that reminds
outside.
me of.
As long as he's healthy and good,
You
I
said
love
as
it.
long, as long.
Being
As
different
long-
is
right.
great.
And he has a world record now under his
That's
belt,
right.
or under his tongue. All right, well, thanks so much for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS19. Plus, make sure to catch the noon show coming up later today.
Keep it here for the latest news and weather throughout the day. Have a wonderful morning, and we'll see you tomorrow, dark and early.